going to be going on a pretty unique trip, or at least I feel like it's going to be unique, and we're going to be going to probably start off, we're in south central Montana, over in like the Absaroka Red Lodge area, which is where we're from, and we're going to be starting off, due to like the recent flooding and stuff, we're going to have to go around to Cooke City instead of go over Beartooth Pass. And I think we'll start the trip off in Cooke City. So we don't really have any like set plans, but we want to get out there and see some new sights and scenery. And I think it'll be really fun. So yeah, join us. We started this trip off just outside of Absaroka, Montana, which is where Macy and I both grew up. The trip to us doesn't really begin until we leave out of Red Lodge towards Cooke City. The Beartooth Pass was closed because of all the flooding that occurred this year. We opted to start our trip heading to Cooke City, knowing that the park entrance wasn't going to be open. Once out of Carbon County, it takes on a very different vibe where it turns into a noticeable rain shadow on the eastern side of the Beartooths. It's breathtaking in its own way. Soon enough, we cross into Wyoming and start the ascent up the Chief Joseph Highway that takes you to Cooke City. The Cooke City side of the pass is like something out of a movie. This area is unique and beautiful. Even coming from people who are from Montana, Cooke City will definitely make you speechless. We drove into town to fill up my new mountain bike tires as I was looking forward to trying it out. Just outside of town, we took Lulu Pass with our ultimate destination of reaching or getting as close to Lake Abundance as possible. This area is special to us because it's the headwaters of the Stillwater River that we grew up on back home. Another thing that attracts us to the area is the mining history. I'm a mining engineer by trade, and my roots go way back in the industry. As we started up, I wanted to get the drone out. I haven't really got a chance to use it yet, and I'm sure glad that we did. This trip was before July 4th, so as you can imagine, there was still quite a lot of snow up high. The road was in pretty bad condition and even washed out in a couple places towards the Lulu Pass. So we were trying to come up here and go to Lake Abundance, but as you can see, the this is actually snow underneath this dirt here. And then if you go a little bit further up, there's like a creek that blew out the culvert. The road's just not really passable right now. So yeah, we're gonna go find a different place to camp, and so far this adventure's been pretty fun.
Before making the final decision to turn around, I took the drone up in the air one last time to scout the road, and as you can see, Lulu Pass was still deep in snow. We had to back up quite a long ways and then headed down the mountain. There was a spot along the road we saw on the way up that you could disperse camp. We stopped here, but surprisingly the mosquitoes were pretty bad, so we kept heading down the mountain. This yielded a good opportunity to try my new bike out, and I must admit, I'm definitely not in mountain biking shape. I'm sure my wife was making fun of me while she was filming this. Came to a campground a couple miles outside of Cooke City that had a really beautiful waterfall right next to it. Macy and I sat there for at least an hour in silence. We then headed to the place we would call home for the night. We've been camping several times this year so far, but this trip will forever stand out to me. I sent the drone out one last time. I was able to capture the sun setting over Index Peak, which I for one felt very fortunate to experience this.